Bay State running Division 4 previews. Coach H and my man.
Coach Shepard, we're on our last preview. We've done 10 or 9 so far. This will be our 10th one. Make sure that you are following along tonight, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have the Bay State live stream. We'll have live video on our website, and then we'll actually have the field events, high jump, long jump, and shot put for you on our YouTube page. So make sure you're following along if you can't make it to the meet. All right, boys.
55.
55. And this guy
Out of Hudson, Massachusetts.
kind of came out of nowhere last year, Michael Blake. It's going to be all him, I think, in these sprinting events. He's got that top time of 6.52. He is the returning champion in the 55. We'll see if he can give that meet record by Smith Charles from a couple years ago a run for its money, 6.45. His closest challengers are junior Pontes de Vega from Amherst Pelham with that 6.59, the junior. William Lord from North Reading has a 6.66, and Najik Henry from Swampscott, 6.70. Northampton will be following them. Cole Lavalley has 6.71. We'll follow them with the team points. Amherst Pelham has 2 guys in there, but it's going to be Michael Blake in my eyes. In
You
the
agree
55.
with that?
And that brings us into the 300 as well. Michael Blake is your returning champion in that event. He won with 35.52 last year. The meet record is 34.82 against a guy I ran against way back in 2003, Dan Saltzman of Foxborough. He's not too far off that meet record. He could give that a run. Diego Fernandez from Triton is going to be trying to challenge with 35.70.
Anthony Childs
From Old Rochester, 36.10. I'm going to give some love to an ACL guy, Marvel Nicholson from Falmouth. He ran that 36.41 by himself at the ACL Championship, so he'll be trying to put his nose in there.
Cole Laval.
Yeah,
that's going to help Northampton as we start the top
he's going to be
team.
trying to double back from the 55. I'm going to give some love to my former teammates, or one of my teammates from high school. He's coaching at Middleborough, Cameron Labrie, senior, who has their school record of 36.60 now. Can Brian Smith of Wakefield, who's down there at 9th, can he sneak some team points for the team as well, as we follow all the teams that have a chance, which we'll talk about more, but it's about 5 of them. The next guy in the 600, he's your returning champion with that 122
Talented and he's young.
last year, but he dropped this 120 bomb the other day. He's just a junior. Now he's 2 seconds ahead of Ethan Cooper, who finished runner-up last year to Peter Diebold. So this 600 is looking very familiar, and I don't see it changing on the finish either. I think it's Diebold, and I think it's Cooper. I don't think Sam Hubbard from Weston's going to challenge. He has a 124.
However, that Samuel Hubbard is going to have Weston down the road in that team.
Points-wise, yeah, they're 1-3 and in the 4x4 and the 4x8 later as we talk about those teams. Darren Langois from Wakefield, he ran that 126 at the last chance. Major team points for them on the line. And Evan Saveson from Northampton, another Northampton guy in there. But Peter Diebold, he's the guy for me. 1,000 mile, 2 mile, we're going to be talking a lot. I don't think this is the event that Rashad Prakash from Burlington has a chance of running. If he does run it, it's his race. Only guy that would be able to challenge him
is Benjamin
Gordon Sniffen. He finished runner-up last year. He's going to be looking to take over that title. Tanner Jellison's your number 2 returner. He finished 3rd as a sophomore last year from Wakefield. He'll be running kind of relaxed and just making sure he gets the team points. So I don't think he tries to go up quick. I think he's going to make sure that he gets 8 points.
Adam Sylvia, Old Rochester.
Yeah, we'll see him last. Simon Leclerc from Northampton. Once again, Northampton has 2 guys here in the
But
top 4
I got to give my man Lucas Missoula from Weston. How's Lucas?
Another Weston guy.
That's going to help them in the team hunt.
Yeah.
238, and he just ran that at the DCL Championship, so he's peaking at the right time.
So here's where we could end up seeing Rashad Prakash. He won the mile last year with a 4:25. He's only in there at a 4:30, but he ran 4:14 at the New Balance Grand Prix. So
yeah, Grand Prix.
Stop saying Grand Prix. It's Grand Prix. And Conant is your number 2 seed with a 4:30. But if Prakash runs this, Prakash all day, every day, and he could, if he runs it hard, he could challenge his teammates' record, 4:16 from Paul Hogan, who's doing really well up at UMass Lowell from 2014. If he's not in it, Conant from Westwood, Rohan Sigby from Wakefield, Jacob Pearl from Nauset, Tyler Morris from Weston, Greg Adamak from Willington, William Goff from Amherst Pelham, Adam Sylvia all these guys, there's so many guys in those mid 430s that it could be anybody's race. And there's Burlington guys, there's Wakefield guys, there's Weston guys. So a lot of guys that are on teams that have a chance to win the meet.
The seniors, all 4 or 5 of those seniors are going to Morris, Rohan, Jacob.
All right, 2 mile.
Run
Your
mile.
returning champion is Sam Aquaviva. Zach Conan finished second last year. Rashad Prakash was only third last year, which is a little bit surprising. I think that was right before he had his breakthrough in the spring. If Rashad runs it, he ran that 9:15 all alone at a dual meet back in early January, I think. I don't think Sam Aquaviva is in the 19 shape, but I could be wrong. He's one of my favorite runners to watch because when championship season does come around, Aquaviva shows up.
Absolutely.
So if Prakash is in the mile, it's going to be Aquaviva, and I don't think it's going to be even close.
Shout out to Carmel Glen Medway, but Tobias, how does Tobias in Northampton, Palmer's boys?
Well, don't skip over Matt Roberto and Carter Margolis from Wakefield, the two kids seated ahead, and Rohan if he decides to come back for this. A lot of Wakefield, a lot of Burlington, a lot of Northampton. And we haven't even got to the field events where some other teams are going to kind of relays where some other teams are going to kind of show a little bit. 55 hurdles. Joban Agbicane. Abican?
Number 1 returner, Abican.
Drake it. He's got that 7:55, well below the 8 mark. He finished runner-up to Harry Smith last year.
Number 1 returner.
So he's your number 1 returner. Ryan Ing from Medfield's your number 2 returner. It's going to be close. I'm going to take William Lord for the upset,
Really?
like I said on our previous video. So, Coach, come on, man. To the 4x2. We got Amherst Pelham. I know you talked to those boys.
I have.
They got a 1:31.27. They're not too far off that meet record of 1:30.61 by that talented Norton crew in 2016. Did you see anybody challenging in this event?
No, but Weston and Northampton are seeking team points.
Yeah, and you have Wakefield down there in 6.
DR as well, Dighton Rehoboth.
But you think it's all Amherst Pelham if they get
Amherst
the
Pelham,
handoffs down and
yeah.
everything?
Because they have so many boys loaded in that 300.
Yeah.
So I think they come back and run the 4x2 for the win. But we're seeking a Weston Northampton showdown as it starts to unravel.
And that brings us to the 4x4, the last event of the day. Western and Northampton, the number 1 and number 2 seeds. Amherst Pelham is going to want to be in there. Wakefield's down there in 5th. Burlington's down there in 8th. So this could be a meet where we do see 4 teams in the mix, 5 teams in the mix, all in the 4x8. That's what I always hope for. I think Northampton figures it out. I know Weston has the top seed by 3 seconds, but I think Northampton figures it out in that race.
I like what you're saying, but it's hard for me to go against Peter Dybel and Colette.
Well, it's all gonna. We'll move into the 4x2 because it's going to depend how all these teams split up where guys are running. Are they going to be tripling? Are they going to be doing their individual event in the 4x4, in the 4x8, or the 4x2, in the 4x4? In the 4x8, Weston's the top seed with that 8:16 that they ran at the state coaches meet. Wakefield has an 8:19. Northampton has an 8:20. That's 3 teams right there that will be in the team hunt. Burlington's all the way down there at 8th.
I know.
So it's just how they split it up and what event do they want to make sure they take 10 points in? Or are they going to split it up and try and get 8 and 6, 8 and 8? It depends what all the teams are going to focus on, and that's the chess match that you're going to see throughout the meet or before when scratches are made. How about the field events? High jump.
I'm going to go with my man from the ACL.
Yeah, I mean, he jumped that 6'7" in a battle against the Mashpee. Do you remember the Mashpee kid's name?
I don't remember.
We talked about him in one of the earlier previews. He's got that 6'7" to his credit. Chris Johns from Longmeadow has a 6'5". Really, to me, it's between those two. Not really any team
implications here.
Team implications unless Thomas Galvin from Wakefield or Keenan Wilson from Burlington down in 9th and 10th with 6 feet. They'll try and squeak a couple points out for their squads. Boys long jump.
Long medal again.
Yeah, Carter Rosewell, 22-2. Once again, a guy that I ran against is Roskel Lopez Pitts, the legend. Lopez Pitts, the legend from Mashpee. He's got that 22.8 and a quarter in 2003. I think that's safe.
I'm paying attention to Evan Dorndish from Weston. How does Evan
Can he get points? And William Lord from North Reading.
get points,
Yep.
kid? Got to get some
But
points.
Carter Rosewell, as long as he has a decent day, he should have the comfortable win there. boys shot put in Plymouth South. Nick Zioli is the top seed with that 47-11, over a foot better than Tyler Thomas of Wilmington. But it will be all eyes on Andrew Woods from Burlington and Johnson Magada from Burlington. Those team points in the shot put, where no other teams that we think are going to be in the team height have any horses in the race. So it should be interesting to see where everyone piles up their team points. But to me, it's going to be in the team hunt in no particular order: Burlington, Wakefield, North Reading, Northampton, Weston. I think all those teams have a shot at this thing. I believe Burlington and Wakefield went 1-2 last year, or Northampton maybe in there as well. Maybe Northampton won it last year. Either way, all these teams are in the mix. It's going to be a fun meet on Sunday to round out all our divisionals. Once again, Bay State Running, we'll have the live stream embedded on our page, and we'll have the field events streams on YouTube. So tune in if you can't make the meets, and we'll see you guys all at All States. Good luck at the divisional meets.
Keep the comments coming. Make sure you subscribe. BayStateRunning.com.
Happy Valentine's